So it's right there in the second line of the play that this story takes place in Verona. Why? Why, Verona? Italy was really far away, and in the days before Ryanair and the internal combustion engine, most people never left the city they were born in, never mind the country. Set something far, far away, and you can get away with things as well. Arguably, the Prince of Verona is to blame for quite a lot of the things that go wrong and the ultimate tragedy that takes place. You can blame an Italian prince. You can make him the bad guy. Write a story about how a member of English royalty is evil. That's going to get you into some trouble. Might even get you locked up in the Tower of London for treason. Italy was Catholic. England wasn't. The priest has a hand in a lot of what goes wrong and a lot of what makes this tragedy a tragedy. He's the one that marries them behind their parents' backs, knowing what he knows about the society they live in. If you write a story about a Protestant priest behaving in a morally questionable way, that may well get you locked up in the Tower of London for heresy. Verona was romantic. It was the Tudor equivalent of Paris. You set something in Verona, you already know it's going to be a love story, and it makes it that much easier for the audience to accept that this is a love story and to feel the love, because they're already expecting it from the second you've said, oh, it happens in Verona. You can't set a love story in Scunthorpe. Who falls in love in Scunthorpe? Is it even a real place? You think of Verona, you think of those gorgeous Italian women, you think of those beautiful Italian men. You think of blue skies, hot sun, and it did get hot. The play is set in July, and the average temperature in July in Verona is going to be around 25 degrees. It gets up as high as 30. So it's going to be hot, and people get emotional when it's hot because they're sweaty and tired. And Shakespeare uses that. He recognises the fact and he puts it in there. For now, these hot days is the mad blood stirring. That's what happens when it's hot. People are going to be more passionate, especially if they're Italian, because we already know all the Italian stereotypes. They're quick-tempered, they're passionate, they feel things heavily, they're a little bit violent. I mean, I don't invent the stereotypes, blame the mafia. But overall, it just gives it a very different sense than it would have if you set this play in the UK. If you'd have set this play in England, people would be going, that's not how people act in Stratford-upon-Avon. I've been to Stratford, mate, and there was a nice river, not a lot else. Verona, well, anything could happen in a place like Verona. And it's where the story was originally set. Shakespeare got most of this story from an Italian story written by Bandel. It's translated into English by a man called Arthur Brooke in the 1560s, the tragical history of Romeo and Juliet. Now, he changed a couple of things. He changed the names, he changed the ending. Believe it or not, Shakespeare's ending is quite a bit happier than the original, but he didn't change the place because setting is important, and he felt that Verona was the right setting for this. When you're reading the play, think about the settings of these specific scenes. Think about the important moments and where it is that they're taking place. Is it happening somewhere public, somewhere private? Is it on the street? Is it in someone's bedroom? How does that affect the characters? Is Romeo different when he's on the street and backed up by his mates than when he's alone in the Capulet orchard? That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and please disagree with me in the comments.